Hello everyone. So continuing on this series of how you can bring your own data, you bring your own keys using CloudHSM. This is the third part and the final part of the series, where in first part we saw how to set up the HSM cluster. Second part we saw how to import the key material for a single region key. This part is going to show how to do the setup of multi-region key and import the key material for a replicated key as well. So sit back and follow the steps. I've provided all the details. Please like, subscribe, share the channel with your friends, family, help us grow. And if any of your customers have a cloud requirement or any of the services that we provide, please refer them to us and we'll be more than happy to help them out. So without further ado, let's get started. So just to do a little recap, this is what we had discussed earlier, that this is we walked about how do you have the AWS CloudHSM, the key features and benefits, how HSM works, and setting up HSM. So all these are part of the video. I just wanted to do a recap so you all are aware. This last part is going to be MRK, that is multi-region key setup. So let me go to the console with this setup. Now you all are aware of AWS console. You are aware of this cluster that is there. And so this is the cluster that is set up here. And we had done this in the VPC. If details, you can go to the first video of this. And if you recall this one, this is the setting of the single region key. But as we are aware, there are two sorts of keys in KMS, key management service. When we have a multi-region key option that we can provide as here. This is the option that we can provide, multi-region key. We won't use the console here. We'll use the CLI. That is kind of a little more comfortable, at least to be at here, because sometimes in console there is little limitation. We run into caching issues. With CLI, there's none of that. So let me show how we can go about it. Let's go back to our WinSCP. Where is Win here? This is our WinSCP. This is our cluster, VM that we had created. And let me now go here, open a putty session. And let me now try expanding it. So increasing the font, appearance, make it 24. This is better. So the first thing what we are going to do is we are going to create a multi-region key. For that, let's make a new directory. It's always good to do things in a clean directory. So that way it is not going to be an issue. So I'll just do here. OPT Arina, and then what I'll do is I'll do VYOK, YT, and MRK, which stands for multi-region key, permission denied. So now my folder is created. So let me cd into this folder and it'll just help in running the commands. So now I cd it into the folder. So now what I need to do is first I need to create a multi-region key in the primary region. So I run this command. I need to do the AWS configure, and let me go here and come to this portal access keys. Oh, this is a Mac actually. I think it should be the same. No, it's not. Let me go here. It's the same actually. This is the secret access key. And this is the region name is good. Format is none. So we should have this configured, and now we can try running a command, which is, let me do a AWS KMS. Let's see if it works. So it's working. And then I do a create key. This is all we had done in the second video for how to go about creating the single region key. Let me do external and let me give the region as US. Now this is where we'll specify a multi-region is invalid. AWS KMS create key dash region external region is US East 1 and recognize client exception. So probably I'm not authenticated actually. So that's the issue. It's not properly done. Let me see what's going on. This is probably an older one. It shouldn't really be. Okay, so let's see. This should work, but let's just give it Mac OS Linux access key. And I do this secret access key ID. I give this. Let me just try logging in. Let me just export this like this, because probably that is something I may have missed. And now let me do AWS configure Probably I need to do AWS configure again. And this is, okay. So now let me do AWS history. So now it's working. So let me do clear. And now let me run the command again. So which is AWS KMS create key and then. So now this is going to create our key. Make a note of this output because this is something we'll be looking into. And all these steps are also documented in a blog, the link of which is going to be below. So you can check it out and read it. But let me actually copy the whole thing. Let's get a little at the down as well. I think this should be fine for now. So let me come here and let me do it. Let me just save it out here. Right, so that is what we have. And save it here. So now we go back. And so now we see this is the end. Okay. So now we have created a key. Let's also go ahead and create the alias. Let me introduce the font. It's not liking it, or I'm not able to see it a little bit. Let me make it 220. Apply. This should do it. Just doing it. So let's see. AWS. I'm not able to see this terminal. So let's just open a new one. Go to our putty. Open a new terminal. Let me expand the change the setting. Make it 20. Apply. And now I go here. I export these settings. Right. So now I can see. And I do. Again, I'll have to do AWS configure because it's already configured. So we should be good. So now I'll just create the alias. Create. You can skip this alias if you don't want to create an alias. All it's doing is just giving a much more better name compared to what we see in terms of the ID. So I'll just give mark and I'll put Arina here. And I'll give, now this is where we need to get the ID of the key which was created earlier. And I have saved here. Also, if you want, we can go to the portal and also see the key here. So you can go to the cluster. You can click the key and you will also see the key. Status is pending import. And this is the MRK, which is the multi-region key, MRK. So I come here and I provide the key ID and then that should be it, I think. Now if I come here, I will see if I refresh, I'll see the alias created. So now I have this alias created. What I'll do is I'll get the parameters to be imported. So I'll do AWS, and I'll give the same key ID, and this is where I'll give the wrapping algorithm. Okay, and then you give the same steps that we had done for the single region key as well. And right, I get this 2048. You give the region. This is for creating in the primary region, which is US East 1. You do this, and we provide the wrapping parameters. And I'll just give the region name so that we distinguish better, because it can get confusing if you have too many things. Okay, so now there's a header wrapping algorithm. Oh, there has to be 2 dashes. So this is the thing. So that is where you can check out the blog where these steps are mentioned. So now if I go to my WinSCP and I come here, I'll see this and if I refresh, like I said, this is actually just the parameters. There, it should oh, my bad. Where am I? I need to move this file, which is wrapping parameters, and I'll move it to this directory. I have to do sudo. So now this file should be here. And let me just sudo as well here. cd into this directory, so it's not confusing. So now I have this wrapping parameters as part of this file. Now what I need to do is, I need to extract the import token value. So we had done this step as part of the second video. Please check it out. I won't go to each level here, but this is what we will have to do. We will have to get the import token as part of the wrapping parameter output. And then this is something is happening with my putty. It's stuck again. There you go. And this is the name I give. And then I output it to import. I'll just give same name B64. Permission denied. Again, permission denied. I don't have permission, so let me just do a chmod. So now this file is created as part of this setup now. So what I will do now is I will set up the public key. So what will I do? I'll run this command minus the 5 dashes. You have a slash and you provide the dollar for this output into a JQ dash and you provide the, let me just copy it. It's kind of a long name too, typing. So you have to give this value and the parentheses and after this put a slash n and you end the public key 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5 and now this is I need to output this to, I'll just give it the same format. Public key underscore US dash east dash 1 PEM file. So this now has created my PEM file over here. So now I need to, I declare the bin object, the binary file of this one. So what I'll do is I'll run OpenSSL 64-i and so base 64. I'll just create an output. I'll create, so I'll just do this, change it to, so now it would have created another output for me, which is the bin file. So now with this done, what I'll do is I'll go to CloudHSM CLI. And what we need to first do is we need to export those values. So let me export CloudHSM. This is something we had done in the first video, HSM. And if you recall, you have to use crypto user as this login. And this is what we are setting. And export underscore pin. And this is you have to do, you have to give. And so this is the setup I have done. And now if I come here, I will go back here. And now what I need to do is I need to run the CLI. So the way I can do it is opt cloud win HSM CLI key put PEM path. Right, so this is the PEM file I give. I need to give the label and I'll just give it, now this is important, right? So you want to use the same label. So I'll just follow the same standard which we had given. So trapping dash key and I'll just give it underscore, or I'll give US East 1 and I'll give, this should be good because this is going to be unique. So this is going to be our trapping key label. You need to ensure this is correct. This is very critical. So now I give the key type and which is RSA public and the attributes wrap is equal to true. So the key is imported successfully. Now you need to generate the symmetric AES. So opt cloud bin bound CLI and key generate symmetric AES dash key dash. So key dash length is right and 32. And then this is the label I will give. And I'll give MRK and I'll put US East 1. Again, this is important. You need to ensure you provide the unique label. So make a note of this and I hope I can remember this. So now the symmetric AES is created. So now what I need to do is I need to create the binary trapping file. So what I'll again do is I'll run this command in CLI, which is opt cloud bin, and then this is CLI key wrap. So this one we have to give the same name we just gave earlier. And what was the label we gave? We gave this label, right? So let me just take a note of this. Okay, so this is the same name I have to give. Let me also just save this. So I have it. You can just forget it if you don't write it down. And then you provide the wrapping filter, I think. And then it was US East 1. And this is where again you need to remember it, what name you had given, right? So this is the name I had given, right? So just keep this here and also I'll save this here. So it is same, so I'll just delete it actually. Okay, so now you have this wrapping filter, provide the hash function, first things, sorted thing. So the command is wrong. OAE, and then I give the payload filter and at label, and then the wrapping filter. This function, I missed these 2 dashes here. This is where, right, again, those 2 dashes. So now this is created, and now I need to import the key material. This is the last step in importing something we had done as part of the second video as well. So only difference is this: we have the multi-region key added, because that is how you can create a multi-region key. Otherwise, by default, it will be a single region key. Now this is where I will take this ID and then provide the encrypted key material and file B, and okay, need to remove, there were 2 extra, and wrapping then, and alright, so it just starts it again. US, there go token underscore US. Right, so this one is the one we want to use. So the file exists. It's good. So now we come here, we continue, and now this is where another parameter is that because when you bring your own key material, you probably are better off not rotating the key. Otherwise you will have to consider key rotation and decrypting your objects. So then this is how you can avoid not saying that the key material expires, right? So this is what it is. Has not expired. So let's see. So now this is how the key is imported. You see, status has changed to enabled. So what we are going to do now is we are going to come here and now create a new replica key. So what I'll do is I'll choose Ohio, where I want to replicate the key. And this is, I'll keep it the same name. You could keep the same permission. I'll create the replica key. Now, if I go to, let me close this one. If I go to Ohio, and so this is where you will see the status as it's creating and it's still replicating it, and it'll then turn to pending import. Now this is where we need to do the next bunch of steps as part of this. So first, what we need to do is we need to configure, change our region essentially to, which is the Ohio is US East 2. And now we have done the configuration. Now what we have to do is you have to create this, again get the parameters to import. So this is again we have to do as part of this setup, and give the same ID that you already have. The ID is going to be the same and you replicate. It doesn't change. So you can just leave the same ID as part of this and provide the wrapping algorithm, and then you provide the. So now we have changed to Ohio, and we need to again do the parameters for import. So this is where we'll provide the algorithm. Provide this, provide the same thing that you had done earlier, right? And actually, and now we need to output this to, so I'll give wrapping first. I'll give another region, which is in this case it is 2 instead of 1. So now if I come here, I will see another US East 2 file created. So now again I have to do the JQ. I should have probably just, let me see if I can copy that whole command instead of again typing all that. So let me just copy this. There you go here. It'll save time. Right. So now all I have to do is change this. I should be able to run this now. I just need to extract it and could not open file. Wrapping parameters. Oh, it's a dash. So just check that out. And I think this is fine. I'm fine giving an underscore. So now I've done this one. And now again I have to do the begin public key. Let me just take it from above. And all these I'll put it as part of the blog. You guys can check it out and see. Let me just do this. So I do this and I take this US East wrapping parameters. This is the one. Let me just do dash here, US East 2, and I change it to 2. So that's the change I'm going to do, and I now run it. So now I have this also. I got the public key created. Now again I have to do OpenSSL. I'll just copy the same command. It's the same, right? So you could just come here. And now this is what I need to do. So I'll just take this one, this name, and put it. And then US East, I'll just change it to US East 2 bin. So now this is also done. This becomes much quicker. And now what I do is I go to CL as well, key import. Let me get that command as well. generate. This one I need, this command is what I need. So let me get this command and key input PEM. Right, so let me just get this guy so that there is no issues. I get this wrapping key. I'll give USEs 2. This all should be good. Now, I get this value. Right, so pretty much it's the same command. Now, one key difference is you don't need to run the symmetric key AES command again because we're going to use the same label that was created in the primary region. So what we'll do is we'll go to the next step for wrapping the say. Let me show you what I mean is that you don't need this command. That's what I was saying. You don't need this command. You come and take this command. Now, actually this one didn't work. Come and take this command. That I typed. So let me now take this one and you take this, you change this to be USEs 2 and wrapping key, change it to USEs 2 because this is the name. This you just need to ensure you have it the same. Change it to USEs 2 and that should be it actually. So what you're saying is we have this label. This is wrapping key is same as this we have given. So I think we should be good. Let's see. Now we are not good actually. So what is the issue? -m found. Where is the -m it's saying? Oh, this one actually I had to keep it the same what was there earlier. Right? So bring y marque. I have to keep it the same. This is the one that will change. And this one is not needed. Hash function is needed. And okay, there's 2 dashes it's needed. -mgf. So this is where I think I had done earlier. So now we have this setup. Now I need to just run the last command and it should work. So let me go back up and take that command to import key material. This one is what I need. Yes, it's what I need as part of this. So I take this command. This key ID is going to be the same, right? So this doesn't change. This is what will change, wrapped bin, and import token is going to be USEs 2. So now, let's see. Oh, so this should work. If I come here, I do see the status as enabled, and now I can go ahead and use this MRK in my Ohio region as well, which has the same tag that I created in the first one. And so this is a little tricky, so just be careful when doing it. And now what you can do is you have this, your own data, your own key using CloudHSM. So I hope you like this 3-part session. It's like a long one, so that is why I had to break it up in 3 parts. But please like, subscribe, share the video. Please contact us for any of your cloud requirements or cloud consulting requirements. We have decades of experience in cloud, and we can definitely help your organization take the right step in cloud. With that, thank you and see you in the next video.